Is it me, or is buying a different set of wheels for your car one of the best things that you can do? Yeah, here are my new wheels. But yeah, they are 763Ms in matte black. Is it matte black, the actual term? I can't remember. There's frozen gold and matte. I think it's just matte black. It's not frozen black or anything. Well, it might be, because they call the frozen black paint frozen black on the E92. Anyway, they're matte black. Not my first choice of colour. I've done the all black look with the E92 here. It's cool. You can't really beat all black because it just looks stealth, it looks cool, but it's not great in photos. I swear to God, swirl marks have been the bane of me for the last like few years. You see stone chips easier. Black on black is cool, but there's just downsides. And I mean, it seems to be, it's funny actually, because it seems to be a theme that like everyone hates black wheels. It's like, oh, black wheels so overdone, or black wheels this. But it's almost going the other way, like with how trends go. But yeah, so these are my new 763Ms. They're 763Ms. They replaced the 437Ms, which is the standard wheel. And I think these are the best, possibly the best OEM wheel any manufacturer's ever made. And to be honest, one of the best one of the best wheels you can put on the M2, even including aftermarket. Obviously, I wanted to put on aftermarket wheels because I would like the width a little bit bigger, but I'll go into those sizes in a minute. But they're, in my opinion, they're the best wheels you can buy. They're lighter than the stock wheels, they look better, they're still OEM, and yeah, they just suit the car really well, especially because obviously it works well on the CS. And even though that's a competition look-alike compared to an OG, it still works really well. But yeah, these are my 763Ms. I'm gonna go and walk you around. So yeah, let's go. So yeah, so like I said, 763Ms, 19-inch all round. And you can just see how much they've changed the car. Like, in my opinion, they've just really changed how this car sits, how this car looks. And if I'm honest, even though I'd still want aftermarket wheels, I'm still not sure, which wheels I want really, because like, if I'm honest, these just work just so well. Like, just the offset's perfect, how they sit on the car is perfect. Like, they're OEM, they're lighter than the original wheels. Yeah, you just can't really fault them. And I just gonna find it difficult to replace them with an aftermarket wheel, purely because I just haven't found one that works. Yeah, we'll just go over to this side, get another view. It's a bit brighter inside actually, but yeah, they just fit so well. So I've got 10mm spaces on all round, so the fitment will be a little bit different to if you just had them without spaces, but they fit absolutely perfect. There's no rubbing. You can see it sticks out there a little bit, but it's all legal, it's all good, it doesn't rub. Actually, when you look in this mirror, focus. Okay, when you look at that mirror, you can actually see the wheel moving, which is chaos, because it just sticks out like quite a lot down the bottom here. Like, they're aggressive but not aggressive, if that makes sense. I've had more aggressive wheels, and yeah, these just seem to fit it quite well. For the eagle-eyed amongst you, if you check out that wheel cap and that wheel cap, you can actually see they're the same way up. So these actually came with the, I can't remember the term of what they're called, but they're just wheel caps. They're like Rolls-Royce badges basically, so they always stay up. I wouldn't choose them, but I can't be asked to change them, so yeah, they'll stay. So spec wise, they are 19 by 9J on the front and 19 by 9 on the rear. The front have 245, I think they're 245 3519s. And then the rears are 265 3519. So they're the complete standard setup. So 9J fronts, 10J rears, 245, 265. But they're the complete standard setup. So in terms of how the car drives, it's exactly the same, and the wheels are lighter. So it's kind of a no-brainer to go with these, because they just look so much better. So yeah, that was a quick walk around. These are definitely, in my opinion, the best wheels you can get. If you think, this is a bit classic YouTube, but I'm being genuine. Like, if there's a set of wheels out there that you think look good, please let me know, because I am dying to get aftermarket wheels. Mainly because the size of these aren't perfect. Like, I kind of wish they were 11J rears and 10J fronts, because on my E92 I had 10J rears, 11J front, 10J fronts, 11J rears, 265 on the front, 295 on the rear. When you put 295 on the rear, like the fatness of it just when you fatten the wheels up and you lower a car, and obviously you bring the offset out a bit, it just gives this mad perspective on like just how the car sits on the road. Like if you look at the back of an i3, which I'll show, and you look at this picture of an M2, like maybe that's a bad example, but for me, I don't know, maybe it's just me, I just love how a car looks when it's got wide wheels and it's squatted. And for me, the 10J on the rear doesn't quite do it. People have put 275s on the rear, but then you sacrifice the side profile. I think it's a little bit too thick, and then yeah, you get more grip, but it's just a little bit too thick for me. Some pictures they do look great, but you can't look at one picture, you've got to look at all angles, you've got to look at everything. So yeah, if there's a wheel out there that you think is good, that's at least 11J rear, I'm toying up between 18s and 19s. I quite like 19s on these because the car is bigger. 18s works well on the old E92, but there's a guy on Instagram called Ben, I forgot his name, but I'll put his @ here and a picture of his M2 here, but he's on 18s and he's had these wheels, and on 18s it just looks mega. But I'm kind of done with the whole drivability side of things with having a car really low. Like this car is just perfect, like it's low, there's no big arch gap, it sits on the road nicely, it goes off the bumps well, it's like it's perfect. So even though I want that extra 10 mil or in width and in drop, I just know that's going to affect the drivability quite a lot, because when you go wider wheels it follows the track of the road more. When you go lower you got speed bumps or just crap services to worry about, which is basically half of the UK. So I do love these wheels, I think they're going to stay for a while, but I am on the lookout for a good aftermarket wheel which is at least 11J rear, so I can stick it on KW V3s and 11J wheels and just make it look squat and fat. But yeah, this is a photography. My main job is a photographer, and I wanted my YouTube to be around photography, so I'm going to stick on a GoPro and take some pictures. And it's quite a nice area. I might get kicked out in the Knicks, I have been before. I mean, no, I haven't. So yeah, I might get some pictures. I'm going to put a GoPro on my chest and sort of show me shooting the car, get a few pictures. And yeah, that's kind of the video. Let me know what you think of the wheels. I absolutely love them, and I don't think I'm going to change them anytime soon unless I find a good aftermarket wheel with 11J, like I've said a million times already. But yeah, I love them and they look great. Alright, cool, so we've got the GoPro on, got the camera. For those of you interested, it's an A7 IV with a 24-70 2.8G master lens, circular polarizer filter, and a small rig cage. This is just for video stuff. Cool. So we've got the car set up in front of me. Just going to get a few shots just to kind of show you, yeah, just sort of how it looks out of camera. Because if my walk around was potentially crap, then this will give you a better chance to have a better look, basically. I'm not sure if I'm a massive fan of the spot, to be honest. Tripod's in the way. Get out of the way, tripod. It does just look so good on those wheels. Like I think they're so much better than the 437Ms that come with the car. I think it's because it's diamond cut. There's no diamond cut. The original wheels were finished in that just awful finish, which just doesn't work in the UK. Just diamond cut just doesn't work in the UK. But I might go to like 70 mil here, just to show the rear end off a bit better. This looks super fat. Could be fatter with the 11J rather than the 10, but gonna turn the wheel a little bit. Gonna hop out. Oh. This looks so good. I like getting a mix of landscape and portrait. I used to only shoot portrait, but I do try and shoot landscape a bit more. Might actually straighten the wheels here. These wheels just look so good. I love them. They just look, they literally just make the whole car. They really do. Look so good. Like, I just can't, like, these wheels are OEM. How are these wheels OEM? Like, it's just... So we've actually ended up where we started, but yeah, I think that'll do anyway. Talked about the specs, talked about how these are basically some of the best wheels to get for the car. I don't think there's many other sets out there that kind of do what these do to the M2. I think a lot of them are quite terrible. But yeah, took some shots, had a chat, showed you the wheels. Like I said, let me know if there's any decent wheels you think that might work, that are at least 11J on the rear. So yeah, I think, no, I really do like these wheels. It's gonna be difficult for me to change them, if I'm honest. Like I said, I do want wider. I want them a touch wider, like I said, 11J. But then, you know, there's other factors like, you know, the style of wheels. So if they did these wheels but 11J and 10J front, I don't think I'd ever change them. If they had a polished or like a brushed aluminium silver, I think they'd be the best. I don't think you could get a better wheel. I think these are the best. Yeah, I don't think there's much more of a better setup than that. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I wish this came out a lot earlier, but things got in the way. I would like to keep posting regularly. It's just more difficult, I think, especially when things come up. But yeah, hopefully see you guys in the next one. Cheers.